The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, folks. This is the 2024 pre-autumn edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Soccocio Jr., along with my friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. The Local Show features conversations about local businesses. We talk to the business owners, the CFOs, CEOs, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We learn how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studio, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, and you can see us on YouTube if you dare to venture off into YouTube land.
Couple of young skinny guys on YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. How are we doing there on the waning days of the fall?
We're doing all right. Cool mornings, pulling out the long sleeve shirts a little bit, in the morning anyway, and then it warms up some. Yeah. But it's been, it makes me think I can go start to maybe chase some fish in the fall here, which I like to do. But life's been busy, both your wife and my wife have some health challenges right now, Tom. So we've not been running around having a lot of fun times lately.
Well, the flowers are blooming nicely. I'm very proud of myself that I kept all of my flowers in a great shape all summer long. Like I didn't have to go out and buy other baskets for
your yard
$40.
Looks great. The everything out there looks really nice.
I'm surprised in the fall how much. The grass came back nice and green and lush.
The tree still look dead?
The tree's mostly dead, yeah. That crabapple tree's nothing's going to happen until next spring, so we'll have to see how that works. But we got a great show for you all lined up, a fall-oriented show. No, not at all. But
good.
But a lot of great people here. Joe Scripa is going to stop by. He's the owner of Scripa Group Real Estate and Property Management. Sean Patney, the owner of Preferred Power Sports. Kara Wolf La Rochelle is the owner of Wolf Pro Painting. And then Sean Dupree, the owner of Top Notch Roofing, stops by. Neil Carr is the vice president of Prime Heating and Air, just in time for heating season. And Matt Robbins is the director of the Upstate New York Foster Home Licensing and Recruitment over there at cayugacenters.org. And then Randy King stops by, director of Drumlin's Country Club. John DeRedita is going to talk to us about the Parade of Homes and other things because he's the director of events and marketing at the Home Builders and Remodelers Association of CNY. All on the Local Show today. Good morning, Joe Scripa. How are you, man?
Great, Tom. Good morning. Good morning, Steve. How are you?
No, he's asking you, Steve.
I'm dandy. I'm dandy. I was just looking at your shoes, Joe. They remind me of a pair my mom has.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. So I'm wearing your mom's shoes today. You
very
didn't realize.
Classy.
And he's got no socks on either.
No, he's got those shoes.
It's still summer.
Right.
Radio listeners
can't
see
very hip. That's the very in thing. I played a wedding gig and I had these two violinists there.
Right, I don't mean.
And they didn't have socks on either.
I'm going to get a little cultural.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm Italian. In the spring, the socks come off.
Yeah,
and the shoes
good.
Go on.
Very nice. My father used to do penny loafers and actually put the penny in the loafer.
No pennies. I can't do the pennies. That's just beyond
That's a different generation, right?
Yeah. I'm the school of hard knocks, not Yale.
So, Joe, you have a great real estate company where you specialize mainly on the commercial side. You've got other people on the residential side. Tell me a little bit about the Parade of Homes and how what you think about that here in Syracuse.
Well, the Parade of Homes is always exciting. You get to see all these newfangled things and things that not everybody can afford, right? So
right.
I think a lot of people get out there and ooh and ah and get ideas for their home, and obviously they sell out every year, the Parade of Homes.
Right. It's going to be a Timber Banks. They won't even let Steve in to Timber Banks.
The gated community. I don't know why I don't get through.
But I think it's tremendous because, for those that aren't buying a home, they get out and they get ideas and they go out and support local business like, our local paint stores and, furniture,
Right.
furniture stores, different stuff like that. So I think it spurs a lot of spending, honestly.
Yeah, walking in those houses, it's like, oh, look at this, and oh, look at that. But you're right, it's not almost real for a lot of people, right?
It's not. It's a different world, it's a different world.
Do different things happen in the fall? Well, obviously different things happen, but in the fall, what is the mindset of residential real estate people?
I think the typical mindset of a residential realtor. Now, you have to take the numbers. We have over 1,500 agents in our board, and probably 80% of the business is done by 20% of the people. The old Pareto principle.
Right.
So really, you have 20% of the people that don't see it any different. Like I'm sitting here looking at Safe Harbor's wills and trusts on the phone or on the wall behind you, and I just got off the phone with John. John doesn't stop. John's in growth mode. Safe Harbor Wills and Trust just bought a new building, right? We helped him. We helped him with that, and we just got on the phone and we're talking about future growth and expansion, right? So me as a real estate broker or realtor or real estate agent, no season changes anything. We have work to do. We have clients. We always have people coming. Now, do we have to prepare for a little bit of a slower time? Of course we do.
Okay.
We have an inventory issue currently still.
Even though the prices are gone up on everything.
Even though the prices have gone up, we're seeing a little tick down in interest rates. And I'm saying it's a good question for me right now because we're in growth mode. We're bringing on some new agents. We haven't done that in a long time. It hasn't been my desire, but we're starting to grow, and we have a few new people joining us. And I say new, they're very big producers. Again, the people that we typically associate ourselves with is the people that are producers and do business and have a book of business already year round. So not saying that we don't work with other people that do less business. Obviously, we like to share with everybody. And as a matter of fact, when people do business with us, if they're a newbie, we kind of hold their hand through it.
Right.
Right. So
I don't see much changing.
You don't? So Micron, can't help it. It's you go by there, it doesn't look like much has happened. They maybe pushed a little dirt and did some test borings and things.
The new talk of the town is, they're doing so much in Boise right now, they forgot about Syracuse. But, they got both. They got funding for both, so they got to start somewhere. They're in Boise, and we still have a lot of municipal work to do here to get them going.
Right. Well, certainly the traffic patterns and all that are changing for us.
Well, the highways, a
that's
disaster with everything. I mean, anybody
crazy.
By the way, Tom, just a little note.
Yes.
Don't go a couple miles over per hour in the speed zone, in the construction zones.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're pulling people over.
No, not even
Digital
that.
ticket.
It's
Digital,
automated.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
Somebody I know, I'm asking for a friend, got something in the mail that said that they were going a little fast. Not a lot fast, even. So, you get an automated. Here's your ticket, So,
good golly.
Yeah, so be careful.
Well, I'll have to slow down.
Yeah. So I think Micron. I think the whole thing is going. I've heard of leases outside of their corporate office that they're setting up in downtown Syracuse. I've heard of leases for suppliers. There's suppliers doing leases right now and renting space. They got to prepare. So if those folks are coming, I think Micron's going to be right behind them.
Right. So if someone has a commercial property or they're thinking of doing something residentially, they can reach you at 452-1200.
452-1200.
Is the ScripaGroup.com, does that still work?
Still works.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
And you got that office right up there in Brewerton across from the busiest gas station in the world.
Busiest gas station in the world and probably one of the best restaurants in Syracuse, Brewer Union Cafe. If you haven't been there, man, and they just put out a new menu.
That's next to you, right?
It's literally next door to my office. And just stop in and say hi to me too.
So Brewerton exit Bartell Road.
Bartell Road, right off of 81, immediately off of 81.
Cool.
Great. Well, thank you, Joe. Have a great rest of the day, okay?